Hello, friends. I'm on the sofa. I have not moved from here for a little while. I'm not really feeling very well. So, um, yeah, I feel like I have a cacophony of ailments. We could do a list. It'd be great if I could like have a magic ding 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 ding. So, I have a lot of pain in my left hip and my left ankle. The left ankle just came out of nowhere and it's incredibly painful. So we were going to do a big walk in Dorking today, but got down to Dorking and it was raining and I was like in a lot of pain. So my lovely friends, we decided to just have a lovely time in a cafe rather than go walking and probably make my ankle a lot worse. And then I got home and I felt really, I kind of went into this nap because I was like very tired. Because I got really early to get down to Dorking, and guess what? Replacement buses. Don't try travelling on a Sunday on trains. And yeah, also my tongue is really hurting. Like I don't know if I'm just tired and I keep biting my tongue, or I've got like I've hurt my tongue and now it's not getting better. And anyway, I had a nap and then I woke up and I felt really sick and I threw up. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like my whole body is falling apart. Um, and I have a small headache coming along. So yeah, it's odd, isn't it? That's like such a range of symptoms. I don't know. I guess, I think a lot of times when you've been in a stressful situation for a really long time, then when you relax or, I mean, I was going to write a note to see the doctor tomorrow and I'm thinking they're going to be like, what do you want us to do about any of this? So, you kind of have to pick and choose what you're going to tell the doctor about. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, but I thought I'd hop on here and see how we do. Hi Tony. Hi David. But I have a really bad headache coming as well, so probably shouldn't do too much screen time. Um, the puking and aches are doing the rounds at my work. Oh God, do you think it's like a norovirus or something? But it really feels like I just woke up the other morning and it felt like I'd sprained my ankle, David. I get quite a lot of hip pain normally, but maybe it could be a bug. But I think yeah, because I have a headache as well. Um, Yesterday we played a board game. What was it called? Gnome something, Tony. I'm actually trying to play it on Board Game Arena at the moment. Gnome Hollow we're playing. Um, so yeah, and I feel very, very tired and exhausted. But I do worry because obviously I've not been myself because, dealing with a bereavement. And then, if I'm sick tomorrow and I have to call my poor long suffering boss and be like, I'm ill. I mean, he's very understanding, but I feel bad. So yeah, maybe I have caught a bug. But yeah, I thought I'd pop on here. I did speak to um oh Sean, you've got a little shield after your name. I wonder if that's because you're a mentor. I can't remember what the blue thing is again. It's because you're one of my amazing admins and helped me out here. But I didn't see the shield before. Anyway, I managed to speak to our lovely Neil, who can't really do Sunday nights anymore. And I said, Neil, we are in so much trouble in Scorpion Swamp. We're just completely lost. And he said, you have to rely pretty heavily on the map. But we have really been struggling with that map. It's not really very usable. Hello, Historia Jamaldus. David says, I feel it in my elbows and fingers when I'm coming down with something. My joints have been a bit stiff. Do you think that's what it is? When you get a bug, you can feel it in your joints. I'd like that because that would mean it's not like a fracture or something. It's so weird. I think I've hurt my ankle a few times since July, And I had the scan and they went, well, the good news is there's no real damage, but it shows you've had lots of sprains. And I'm like, okay, well, why is that? Can anyone tell me why or how to prevent it? And I think, I can't remember, I think in July or August, they put me on the waiting list for physio. And then I phoned in October and they said, oh, yeah, you know, you just got to wait till we phone you back. I know, I was like, oh, hello, Philip. Cartographer Neil says you have to rely on the map. That checks out. Exactly. But I think if we can load up the map, we will all see that it's just incredibly unreliable. Let me see if I can get up Fighting Fantasy. But I don't know how long this stream will last. Oh yeah, Peter had the flu. Paladin Sergio Maldus and Paladin Sean. Let's see how long I last. It might just be a swift 5 minutes. We'll have to see. Okay. Hopefully we can get this going. Can you all still see the chat? Because it's not showing up in the player window. Hang on a sec. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I think definitely the headache is a thing. When I get ill, I always get a headache and it feels like an ill headache. Throwing up, either the vegan sausage roll I had was bad or I'm ill. The ache in my ankle and my hip could be ill or could not be. My tongue being incredibly painful. I don't know if that's me. My teeth could have moved and be misaligned. I don't know if I've just got like a spot on my tongue. Gross. So it's such a head mess, really. Crikey. Don't tax eyes and headache with screen time. Just chat and do some poems. Short one tonight. David says, took 8 months before I got physio for my shoulder. You're better off Googling some exercises for it. I have Googled, David, but I'm very worried because when I do the exercises that I Google and they hurt, I'm then thinking, is this making it worse? I'd love some supervision. Aching joints is often a generalised inflammation response thing. Yeah, that's a good shout. Maybe I should just take some ibuprofen. Sean had a virus that made their joints achy. Shall we do a short one tonight? Would anyone mind? Let's see. Let's see if we can have a quick dip and actually get anywhere. Because that would be lovely. So let's see if the map makes any sense at all. It's not really showing any directions that we haven't gone in. Okay, maybe this is too much for me tonight. My head is actually aching just looking at that. So, Sean said, oh wow, it's Monday. The weekend went quick. Good thing you went live, or I think it was Sunday. Oh my God, Sean. Yeah, you sound like you need to take care too. Will says, muscle pain can be linked to an immune response. My thighs hurt a lot when I'm sick because I have freakishly large thighs. Oh, Godspeed to you. I think I've got ibuprofen somewhere. Phil says, go look after your health. David says, I find a shot glass of lemonade. Oh, Lemsip. Sorry, shotting Lemsip. I prescribe a hug from a Moomin or a cuddly Barney McGrew. Well, we've got a cuddly Barney McGrew, and this is a cuddly Hattie Fatner from the Moomin universe. But this is not a Moomin, this is a Hattie Fatner, which I picked up in Finland while working with the Trench Crusades team, which was so lovely. We need to head back to Poomchucker at the start. We could try doing that, couldn't we? A short one of poems is good. Let's find some poems together. Let's get back over to the right place. Okie dokie. Oh, I've actually dressed as Superman today. Not on purpose, I hasten to add. I'm not doing that thing at Disney where they do like a fake cosplay. Because I found out recently, if you dress as a Disney character, they won't let you into Disneyland in case people think you're an official character. Now, we all know about IPs who love their trademarks, don't we? Caprice, cheers the Suomi Moomin fun. Okay. Maybe we just never play Fighting Fantasy until Cartographer Neil comes back. No, we shouldn't do that. I will find a walkthrough. Okay. So we're reading the next poem in The Orange by Wendy Cope. It's quite a long one. Let me turn the sound off the Fighting Fantasy. Here we go. Let's quit this. I'm so lost. Here we go. Poem chucker tonight. Very good. Suomi equals Finland. Oh, thank you. What am I going to do with my Belle outfit then, David? I mean, you'll have to send us the pictures when you figure it out. So this poem is called Song. My love got in the car and sat on my banana, my unobserved banana and my organic crisps. We spoke of life and love, his rump on my banana, my hidden soft banana, and my forgotten crisps. He kissed me more than once as he sat on that banana, that newly squashed banana, and those endangered crisps. We looked up at the stars, beneath him, my banana, my saved from lunch banana, and my delicious crisps. At last I dropped him off and noticed the banana, alas, a ruined banana, and sadly damaged crisps. You think he would have felt a fairly large banana, and if not for the banana, the lumpy bag of crisps. But he's the kind of man who'll sit on the banana for hours, watch your banana, and guard your bag of crisps. He waved goodbye and smiled, benign as a banana. I love you, daft banana, said I, and ate the crisps. Very nice. Very good, Wendy. So, yeah, as is tradition. And then we'll do a Staying Human with my beautiful butterfly bookmark. I think this poem is called, I always forget which poems I read. So I think we're going to read Life and Other Terms by Janet Fisher. Life and Other Terms. I split autumn perennials, layer rhododendrons for spring, lashed by winds lacking even good bones against the virtues of age. With full hands I pull at heels of rosemary, lads love sweet and sad, bitter rue and yarrow. Geraniums on the patio turned out like children to get the sun. The faint green of old bottles wait for something to be done with them. And I see living's a job like any other, that there are no true and perfect implements to trim the edges, only working usages like knives. That's Life and Other Terms by Janet Fisher. What are we going to do when we finish all these poetry books? Could we ever? So this is my Chloris bookmark. So Chloris and I had a convo. He is going to become a channel sponsor, which is very exciting. And he's written a short story, which we will be reading out. And then, yeah, I will be advertising Chloris books. So that's very exciting. And he is holding a page in Essential Poems from the Staying Alive trilogy. So this poem is called The Way It Is by William Stafford. The way it is. There's a thread you follow, It goes among things that change, but it doesn't change. People wonder about what you are pursuing. You have to explain about the thread, but it's hard for others to see while you hold it. You can't get lost. Tragedies happen, people get hurt or die, and you suffer and get old. Nothing you do can stop time's unfolding. You don't ever let go of the thread. Thank you for that, William Stafford. Particularly apt. And then we have The Scenic World. My friend Matthew Gregory again. So, yeah, really lovely on a nice independent press label called If a Leaf Falls, which is really sweet. And this poem is the third one we've read from his book, A Room on the Capitaine Paul Lemerle, 1941. Yesterday, a deckhand confused the new land with a cloud bank and its own flocks and shepherds and white houses in the clouds country. The sea is green at night, a violent blue by day, and wider and deeper than the dreams of André Breton. André Breton is aboard the Capitaine. He is writing to someone, 1 a.m. His bunk wobbles in the rough passage, and his gas lamp swings on his wrists. The eczema has come up again. His yellow sleeve is spotted with ink as he spills his hand across the page. He's writing to his wife or to Nadia, but won't decide who until he signs off. He's describing the luminescence that rises through the ocean at night and follows the Capitaine. First, there's only a pulse, the propeller turning up green sparks, stirring them with its long ladles before the lighted halls of plankton appear. It follows us, dearest, disappearing for days, then returning in waves like the mind to a place. In every light shoal, he sees something he remembers. In every hall, an empty lectern and shipment papers. André Breton walks the Sorbonne in his head and goes from room to look for the lights left flickering. He writes how the crew saw a manta rise in the glow with its dark studies under one arm of its cloak, circle once, then wing slowly out of their surveillance. Breathtaking, Matthew. Beautiful stuff. And penultimate, Staying Alive. For those of you still with me. Oh, the last poem we read from this was lovely. It was called Happiness. It's really beautiful. This one is called My Father's Irish Setters. Always throughout his life, the parts of it I knew, 2 or 3 would be racing upstairs and down hallways, whining to take us walking, or Kate with dirt resigning, keen ears to bouts of talk until his third last wife put down her little foot. That splendid thoroughbred lineage was penned safely out of earshot, fed of course and watered, but never let out to run. Dear God, the new wife simpered, tossing her little head. Suppose they got run over, wouldn't that be the end? Each time I visited, once or twice a year, I'd slip out giving my word not to get carried away at the dog's first sight of me. Far off of anyone began a joyous barking, a russet and rapid as flame, leaping then whimpering lickings of face and hands through wire, like fire, like fountains leaping with love and loyalty. But were they in safe keeping, by love or for love's sake? Dear heart, to love's own shame, but loyalty transferred leaves famously slim pickings, and no one's left to blame. Divorced again, my father, hair white, face deeply scored, looked round and heaved a sigh. The setters were nowhere, fleet muzzle, soulful eye. Dead low, these 40 winters, not so. Tonight in perfect lamplight stillness begin, with updraft from the worksheet, leaping and tongues fast shining, hearths of our hinterland, dour chieftain maiden pining, away for that lost music, her harpist's wild red hair. Dear clan of Ginger and Finn, as I go through your motions, as they go through me rather, love follows, pen in hand. By James Merrill. Oh, wow, that was lovely. That was a wowie zowie. Did any of you get a wowie zowie with that one? Woof. Woof, woof. And then the final one from Being Alive. This is by Galway Kinnell, It's called St. Francis and the Sow. St. Francis and the Sow. The bud stands for all things, even for those things that don't flower. For everything flowers from within of self-blessing, though sometimes it is necessary to re-teach a thing its loveliness. Oh, maybe we've read this one already. Doesn't matter, it's beautiful. To put a hand on its brow of the flower and retell it in words and touch, it is lovely until it flowers again from within of self-blessing. As St. Francis put his hand on the creased forehead of the sow and told her in words and touch, blessings of earth on the sow, and the sow began remembering all down her thick from the earth and snout all the way, began remembering all down her thick length from the earth and snout all the way through the fodder and slops to the spiritual curl of the tail, from the hard spininess spilled out from the spine, down through the great broken heart to the sheer blue milk and dreaminess, spurting and shuddering from the 14 teats into the 14 mouths, sucking and blowing beneath them. The long, perfect loveliness of sow. Wow. Sorry, we had that twice. Yay. Oh, a little bit emotional there. Hang on. Oh, little sip. Hello, Maple AMSR. But I think we're going to log off because, yeah, I'm really feeling not great. But thank you all for staying with me for a short time. It's much appreciated. I might pop this one on a private and then give it a quick edit and then pop it back up as a live. I'm supposed to be doing all the, do a Miramanga membership and all of that. But you know the drill. Those of you who are here, really appreciate you. You're probably already subscribed. It's just lovely having you around. And even though I feel terrible and I probably will spend half a night on the loo this evening, what a wonderful 25 minutes we've had together. Thank you for the hair compliment. Appreciated. But yeah, I think I will have an early night. Sean, good morning. I hope you had a good sleep. And yes, it is Monday where you are. And I will